Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Hube tabibi. Earlier I posted a short video about the new variant of coronavirus in which I presented a brief overview about the new variant. Today I will discuss this new variant in detail. So I wanna request everyone to watch and listen to this video very carefully because I am going to present the details which everyone should know about this new variant. Okay, as you know already that it is a cause of serious concern and it is spreading rapidly here in England and it is raising international alarms. This new variant now accounts for more than 60% of the cases in London, and scientists say the variant is likely more contagious than previous versions of the virus. Health officials have closed international travel to the United Kingdom. The British government has locked down much of the country, and scientists all over the world are rushing to figure out how the virus mutated and how big a threat the new variant poses. In the search for treatments for COVID-19, many researchers are focusing their attention on a specific protein that allows the virus to infect human cells, which is called the angiotensin converting enzyme 2 or ACE2 receptor. This is the protein which provides the entry point for the coronavirus to hook into and infect a wide range of human cells. So, what is ACE2 receptor? ACE2 is a protein on the surface of many cell types. It is an enzyme that generates small proteins by cutting up the large protein angiotensinogen that then go on to regulate functions in the cell. Using the spike-like protein on its surface, the SARS-CoV-2 virus binds to ACE2 like a key being inserted into a lock prior to entry and infection of the cells. Hence, ACE2 acts as a cellular doorway, a receptor for the virus that causes COVID-19. Now let me tell you where is this ACE2 receptor is found in the body. ACE2 is present in many cell types and tissues including the lungs, heart, blood vessels, kidneys, liver and gastrointestinal tract. It is present in epithelial cells which line certain tissues and create protective barriers. The exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the lungs and blood vessels occurs across this epithelial lining in the lung. ACE2 is present in the epithelium in the nose, mouth and lungs. In the lungs, ACE2 is highly abundant on type 2 pneumocytes, which is an important cell type present in chambers within the lung called alveoli, where oxygen is absorbed and waste carbon dioxide is released. Now I will tell you what is the role of ACE2. ACE2 is a vital element in biochemical pathway that is critical to regulating processes such as blood pressure, wound healing and inflammation, which is called the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system RAAS pathway. ACE2 helps modulate the many activities of a protein called angiotensin 2 that increases blood pressure and inflammation, increasing damage to blood vessel lining and various types of tissue injury. ACE2 converts angiotensin 2 to other molecules that counteract the effects of angiotensin 2. Of great relevance to COVID-19, angiotensin 2 can increase inflammation and the death of cells in the alveoli, which are critical for bringing oxygen into the body. These harmful effects of angiotensin 2 are reduced by ACE2. When the coronavirus binds to ACE2, it prevents ACE2 from performing its normal function to regulate angiotensin 2 signaling. Thus, ACE2 action is inhibited, removing the brakes from angiotensin 2 signaling and making more angiotensin 2 available to injured tissues. This decreased braking likely contributes to injury, especially to the lungs and heart in COVID-19 patients. ACE2 is present in all people, but the quantity can vary among individuals and in different tissues and cells. Some evidence suggests that ACE2 may be higher in patients with hypertension, diabetes, and coronary heart disease. The coronavirus requires ACE2 to infect cells, but the precise relationship between the ACE2 levels, viral infectivity, and severity of infections are not well understood. Even so, aside from its ability to bind the coronavirus, ACE2 has protective effects against tissue injury by mitigating the pathological effects of angiotensin II. When the amount of ACE2 is reduced because the virus is occupying the receptor, individuals may be more susceptible to severe illness from COVID-19. That is because enough ACE2 is available to facilitate viral entry, but the decrease in available ACE2 contributes to more angiotensin II mediated injury. In particular, reducing ACE2 will increase susceptibility to inflammation, cell death, and organ failure, especially in the heart and lung. The lungs are the primary site of injury by COVID-19 infection, which causes this illness. The virus reaches the lungs after entry in the nose or mouth. Angiotensin II drives lung injury. If there is a decrease in ACE2 activity because the virus is binding to it, then ACE2 cannot break down the angiotensin II protein, which means there is more of it to cause inflammation and damage in the body. The virus also impacts other tissues that express ACE2, including the heart, where damage and inflammation causes myocarditis. The kidneys, liver, and digestive tract can also be injured. Blood vessels may also be a site for damage. So this was the pathophysiology about the coronavirus, how it causes illness. And now I will discuss some important points regarding this new variant of corona, which has a large number of mutations. Throughout this pandemic, this SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, has been mutating. It has accumulated about 1 or 2 mutations each month. That is not surprising because viruses always mutate. But this new variant in the UK and in some other countries, which is called B.1.1.7, has acquired mutations much quicker than scientists expect. The variant has 17 different mutations in its genetic code, and 8 of these mutations occur in a critical part of the virus called the spike protein, which reaches out and binds to human cells during the initial stage of infection. So several of the mutations in this new variant are worrisome. Scientists have already studied several of the mutations occurring in B.1.1.7, and they are cause for concern. One mutation called N501Y makes the virus bind more tightly to human cells. This mutation has also appeared independently in a rapidly spreading variant in South Africa. Another mutation called D614G makes the virus more transmissible. This new variant also contains a small deletion in the virus genetic code called 669-70 deletion, and that deletion helps the new variant evade the body's immune system in some people. These mutations, combined with the fact that this new variant acquired many changes simultaneously, suggest this new variant did not arise by chance, but rather the mutations are giving it an advantage. These mutations are helping it adapt to humans. This new variant is likely more transmissible than previous versions of the virus. When scientists first detected this new variant in late September 2020, it rapidly took over parts of England, pushing out other forms of the virus. By early December, the new variant had pushed out other forms of the virus in London and become the dominant one. The rapid rise suggests this B.1.1.7, the new variant is more transmissible than other forms of the virus. So, if a person sneezes on a bus, the new variant is more likely to infect other people than the previous forms of the virus. But you need to keep in mind that even if this new variant is more transmissible, it might not change the course of this pandemic. It is already spreading quickly around the world, so a small increase might not make a big difference. It depends on how much better B.1.1.7 spread. In the end, how quickly the virus spreads depends on many factors, including people's behavior in a community, that is, whether they wear masks, physically distance, and avoid big gatherings. Those factors could be more important than whether this new variant arrives in a community. With all this human intervention, it is hard to predict the course of the pandemic. So far, the new variant does not appear to cause more severe disease. Scientists do not know for sure because this variant has just emerged, but so far, people who catch this new variant do not seem to be getting sicker. There is absolutely no evidence that this new variant of the virus is more deadly. Also, some people ask questions to us about the vaccines which is already available, that this vaccine will work against the new variant or not. So let me answer that. Many scientists about this vaccine are optimistic, and why they are optimistic? Because when you get a vaccine, your immune system makes many antibodies against a big chunk of the virus, not just one small section that could change when the virus mutates. So even if the variant contains 17 mutations, as I told you already, some antibodies targeting the vaccine will likely still bind and neutralize the virus. Well, on my channel Hube tabibi, I posted a video about this herd immunity, in which I mentioned how can we protect ourselves from different illnesses, and that discusses the role of vaccination. I suggest everyone to watch that video, and that is very, very important video to watch and listen carefully. Okay, so being a doctor, I would recommend everyone to get vaccine, and do not just fault yourself. Because there are so many rumors about the side effects and all this going on in media, and so many people are against this vaccination. But personally, I believe that vaccine is good, and there is a lot of research when we develop the vaccine. So even if there are some side effects, they are very negligible, and it's in very these side effects are very, very minor, so do not worry. And because there is a vaccine has a more than 90 to 95% protection rate. Okay, so if for example, if everyone gets vaccine, let's say 90% people get vaccine, then we will develop herd immunity, because it is generally said in science that if 90 to 95% of the people are immunized, then the rest 5 to 10% who are not immunized may also be protected because of the herd immunity, because then virus will not find any person to infect, because most of the people will be immunized. Okay, so that is the role of herd immunity, and as I mentioned before, just watch that video, that is very, very important. So this new variant has already spread in some other countries like Denmark, the Netherlands, and Australia, and Switzerland, Germany, and so many other countries, and I think maybe it will spread in the rest of the world, and maybe there are already cases in some countries, but they are undetected. Okay, so I recommend everyone to use precautionary measures such as social distancing, wearing of mask, frequent washing of hands. Okay, and that is very, very important. And Also, if the governments implement smart lockdown, then we should be adopting strictly on the policies laid down by the government. Okay. Also, personally, I recommend everyone to adopt a healthy lifestyle with moderate physical activity. Okay, and you should also eat good food, top class food. There is a video about some foods which are good for building your immunity and improving your immune system. And this video is also available on my channel tabibi, so you can watch that video. So I was talking about the protective measures. I mean, some people, when patients come to us, they ask that, okay, now the vaccine is available and everybody will be protected. But I must say that until unless this pandemic is over, okay, everyone should adopt protective measures, which I already told, and which I think now everyone knows because they are daily advertised on TV and media, okay, other medias. So if you are if you are especially in an area where the risk is more high, you should be more vigilant to adopt those all protective measures. Okay, and I think if people, if more and more people are immunized, okay, and we also simultaneously we use proper protective measures, then we will be able to successfully eradicate this pandemic in near future. Okay, because as I mentioned already, if more than 90% of the people are immunized either by acquiring their natural immunity by fighting against that infection or through immunization, then this pandemic can be controlled. Okay, so I hope you have liked this video. This was very informative video, and I recommend everyone to not only watch this again and again, and then also share this video with other people to spread this message. Okay, because my channel tabibi is basically created to help humanity across the world. So by sharing these videos, health related videos, you will be part of this great initiative. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in next video. Bye for now.